Thank you for having me, Rich.
Coming off a championship year. Excuse me, coming off a
Rich, we've seen this Armens team develop from last year and even from the beginning of this season, and it's a completely different team, very exciting team. Hrazdan, on the other hand, has some really exciting players. I love watching JT and Tevan play. Watch JT warm up right now, made 5 threes in a row like it was Steph Curry warming up. One of my favorite players in the league. It's going to be a great matchup, but Hrazdan is a little short-handed on the bench, so we're going to see how fatigue comes into play in this game.
Number 14, Hovik Arisian, and Rini Lual, the man in the middle for Armens. And can't forget the point guard, Malcolm Walters. Rini Lual brings it up on the other end. Hovik Arisian has it now on the right-hand side. Pass it back to Malcolm Walters, guarded by JT Terrell. Baramjian looks to set a screen. Walters does not want it. Lual comes to set one instead. Zarabian looks to help. A switch off on the defensive end. Now Zarabian's guarding Walters. Walters has 5 seconds on the shot clock. He's going to have to take it, and that's a tough move, George.
Great take, Rich.
Injagulian's going to bring it up on the other end for Hrazdan, one of the veteran voices for this team in green. Hits the foot of a defender of the Armens basketball club, and out it goes. Hrazdan ball. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Now, noticeable not on the bench today, George, is Narek Langurian. Narek Langurian has had a bit of a fallout with the Hrazdan basketball club, and he seems that he is going to be sitting out for the rest of the year. Now, the Hrazdan basketball club roster has been a little bit shaky, George. What do you think it is? Do you think it's the post-championship food coma? And we're going to continue on the conversation into our break. But, George, what do you think it is?
Rich, this Hrazdan team, since I have been watching AABA basketball, has been shorthanded, has had a lack of depth. And it's the same guys that are just been playing on the starting 5, and nothing's been really changing. All the shuffling is done on the bench, and at some point it's going to trickle into performance. So far, Hrazdan has managed to stay on top. Let's see if they'll continue that for this season, but I think Coach Arajajan will figure it out.
For Hrazdan, this has been the lowest ranking season they've ever had since the tournament days, back when the league was only a tournament. So Hrazdan's going to have to figure it out. I mean, they've lost Austin Pope. They've lost Andre Spite to professional needs. And, you know, we're going to have to see how Hrazdan turns around and works in their own favor. As Arabian has the ball, gives it to Khudatin. He's going to have to shoot. And the defender, Andrew Dabagian, obviously there. And Andrew Dabagian, we've talked about many times, George. He is one of the best defenders in this entire league. Walters has the ball, asks for another screen from Lual. Gets the screen, passes it to Lual. Lual with a jab. Tries to go inside, shoots it from the paint. It's good.
Rich, I got Lual as one of the most improved players season over season. I love watching him play.
He has been one of the dynamic players that has developed over the years. You're definitely right. As Khudatin gets his first mark on the scoring stat line. Arisian drives down against Barosian. Great defense by Barosian. Doesn't allow him to get in. Luwal in the corner, pass it to Walters. Walters guarded by JT Terrell. Tough matchup, so he always wants that switch off. And a shot high above the defense, but no good. Terrell brings it the other way, has numbers in favor. He might as well just shoot that, thinks about it, goes down to the lane, pass to Khudatian, it gets there, and it's good. Khudatian averaging nearly 35 points per game, George. Not an easy task, especially when most of your points come from the paint.
You know, it's not just the points, Rich. It's assists and rebounds. Tevon itches shy of a triple-double almost every single game.
Great defense by Zarabi, and you're definitely right. Khudatian on both ends of the floor, whether it's a rebound, an offensive rebound, whatever it is. Terrell goes up, lots of contact, no call. Khudatian goes up, it's good, and already Khudatian has started the game off on the right note. And a timeout called by the Armens. They're going to want to talk it over before things get out of hand. We'll be back with a quick break. And we are back at Academy USA, home of the AABA Pro-Am Basketball League, especially in its playoff phase. We are already in the playoffs, quarterfinals for those new, as Malcolm Walters gets his first steal of the game. Walters finds the Baki and barely gets it. Stolen by Bogosian, has a Khudatian running, finds him in time, and Khudatian goes up, and Arisian tried but couldn't get up there.
Rich, I don't know if you noticed, but Walters lost the ball, and he got his own steal back. That kind of hustle just fits so well with the rest of this Armens team that's defensively overpowered.
And speaking of hustle, this time on the offensive end, Rennie Lawal finds the capacity to go up successfully and get that bucket. And, you know, you mentioned something about Malcolm Walters that is obvious throughout the Armens. They just don't give up, man. We were watching the game against, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, was it against Artsakh Basketball Club, when the Armens, excuse me, it was against Avon, where the Armens completely came out flat-footed. They were down by 30, and they were able to drop the lead down to 15 as JT Terrell gets fouled in a three-point play. Excuse me, in a four-point play.
Fourth quarter, Armens is definitely a different team, Rich. Hovig Arisian comes alive in the fourth quarter. One of my favorite players at the end of each game. I mean, everything goes in. Kevin Sarkis as well. Just high-quality shots from distance.
High quality mixed with high IQ. What a great addition. Huh? Now, for those that are unfamiliar or where to catch the stats, make sure to visit www.aaba.team. And when you visit that, you'll find the stats written in orange. Make sure to click on that, and the stats will appear. JT Terrell getting 3 free throws out of this. Terrell, notably with Wake Forest and USC during his college years, played overseas for a long time, and now he's currently trying to work out with the TBL, another league that currently houses a bunch of professional athletes. And Hovig Arisian tries to shoot, no good. Rebounds Arabian. Terrell takes it the other way. Has Bogosian running on his right-hand side. Khudatian is urging Terrell to shoot, and he does. No good. Rebound Walters, but goes into the hands of Bogosian. Lots of ticky-tack action. Terrell's going to try it from mid-range. No good. Rebound Luwal. JT Terrell there to be a pest. Luwal pushes it up the court. Tries to get contact, goes up, no good. But a group of free throws coming in favor of Rennie Luwal. And you mentioned earlier, George, Rennie Luwal, one of those players that really resembles this Armens Basketball Club relentlessness. What would you say about when Fred Odiambo comes in? What kind of mentality does Fred bring?
Fred's just one of the most positive players I've come across in all of basketball, and just as a person off the court as well. He's always got a smile on his face, just has a pure passion for basketball, none of the drama at all, and really just wants to go up, get his rebounds, get some dunks, and he likes it when a couple of nice pictures come out at the end of the game for him to pose.
Now, many might be asking, why are we talking about Fred Odiamba? Well, family ties with Rennie Lawal, cousins, both hoopers, and both playing for the Armens basketball club. Love to see the family involved.
Rich, another notable absence here is Coach Newton Mange. What do you think about that?
Well, General Manager Newton Mange is definitely one of the key faces of this Armens basketball club, but, you know, a team is incomplete without every single player and staff member involved. So this is going to be an interesting one as JT Terrell knocks it down with 2 hands in his face. And mind you, over the break, a substitution did come in. Kevin Sarkis is now into the game. Alan Baramjian is out. Rebound by Dabaghian on Armens. He's going to pass it to Arissian. He's going to shoot. No good. Rebound, JT Terrell. So it seems like JT Terrell and Hrazdan have had the main offensive prowess so far. And what a pass by JT Terrell.
Just beautiful, Rich.
Wow. What a move by Hrazdan to get himself into the position in the paint. He does the intangibles, moving off the ball, passing it, defense and everything. Ball's in the hands of Walters. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Thinks about it, gets that screen from Rennie Lawal once more. He's going to have to make a decision. 3 seconds on the shot clock, and it's a travel before he can get the bucket up top. 16-7, Hrazdan is up. So far, it's been all Hrazdan and Terrell, and here comes the gentleman that we've been talking about, George, Fred Odiambo in number 3 for the Armens. 7'1" player out of Georgia. And JT Terrell shoots it, no good.
Rich, I think this Hrazdan team has to focus on building as much of a lead as possible because the stamina is going to run out in the second half, and you don't want this Armens team with a lot of subs to come in with fresh legs and start chipping away at that.
One of the players that has fresh legs, Hovik Arissian, one of the newer players of the AABA Pro-Am League, one of the younger players of this Armens basketball club, if not the youngest, along with Andrew Dabaghian. Samson and Jagulian wants the handoff, gets it to JT. Terrell goes up, no good. Sarkis with the rebound. Samson and Jagulian wants the call. He's asking his colleagues. A lot of people don't know. Samson and Jagulian's a referee himself, so oftentimes when he's yapping, he has a sense of credibility coming out of it. Zarabian. Dangerous pass to Bohosian as Arissian was leaking. Bohosian finds Terrell. Terrell to Zarabian. Spacing a little wonky right now, but they'll figure it out. Hrazdan gets the matchup he wanted. Odiambo on him. Zarabian goes down low. And the 2022 FIBA gold medalist gets a bucket already. Andre Zarabian. 18-10 Hrazdan with less than 3 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Odiambo wants the 2-man action with Walters. Odiambo opens up. Walters shoots it, no good. Bohosian looks up, finds Hrazdan. Hrazdan relaxes a little bit, thinks about it, finds Terrell. Terrell still in love with the shot, looks to shoot it. And what seemed like a lot of contact, Terrell is not getting the call. Terrell's arguing, George, that right when he's getting that screen called, once that screen is coming, he's not getting that call. What do you think about that?
You know, he's having his word with the referee. Obviously, he's not happy with the decision. He took some contact, Rich. I don't know. Interrupted the play, but
yeah,
then he has a tendency to keep doing it again.
You know, oftentimes you have to just adjust to how the referees are operating, right? You know, not every day is going to be perfect. And you know what? Newsflash, never are they perfect. But do we want consistency out of them? Yes, and so far I believe we have been getting it.
You know, it seems to be the Hrazdan team that's up by 7 now that disagreeing with the referees and voicing their opinions. The Armens team is pretty quiet about the situation.
Well, when you're down by 7, all you want to do is save your breath. And a big shout out to our friends at IMEG in Pasadena. Hrazdan brings it up on the left-hand side now. Hrazdan already with 10 points. Man, oh man. Hrazdan 10 points, Andre Zarabian with 2. And JT Terrell with 6. So far, that kind of paints the picture of what's been going on. Hrazdan has the opportunity to tie up his scoring with the Armens scoring. Hrazdan, recent graduate of UCLA, won a CIF gold with Tyler Dorsey in Maranatha. Moved on to play for Providence after that. And now he's trying to follow his father's footsteps in the medical realm. And there you have it. Hrazdan ties up 12 points apiece with the Armens basketball club. Walters brings it up. Odiambo wants it on one side. He wants the ball touched by him. Walters to Sarkis. Sarkis drives. And a basket good by Sarkis. But notice, George, it's the spacing of Fred Odiambo that oftentimes teams, kind of forget that there's other players involved. It's just Odiambo is so massive, he gets that spacing.
It's more of the intimidation factor, Rich. You just see Fred in front of you, you start distancing yourself, create some space in the paint, automatically creates opportunities to score.
JT Terrell thought he got fouled on that one. He gets his 9th point of the ball game. Walters, here comes another two-man game. Arisian lets it fly, air ball. Odiambo there to pick up the garbage and recycle it. 16-23, less than a minute and a half left to go in the first quarter. Bogosian lets it fly. It's good.
Great
for
three.
Andreas Bogosian. You said it. Great three by Bogosian, the player we'd like to see more active on the scoring stat line. Walters gets a great positioning. Odiambo fumbles it, can't get the ball in time as Zarabian, the former Armens member, gets fouled. You can see the frustration in the Armens basketball club right now as you see in your instant replay that shot by JT Terrell, produced by our friends Arfanzia.io. So make sure to give them a follow. Check them out for all sports marketing needs and media development. 26-16, Hrazdan up by 10. This double-digit lead is not as strong as people might think. George, we always see teams coming back from deficits. And Terrell misses that shot from the corner. Bogosian stops the ball early. Great defensive move. JT Terrell was there to help. Kevin Sarkis is going to drive. No good. Box out good by Hrazdan, and it's a 2-on-1. Terrell goes up. One more opportunity for Terrell. He goes up. No call there. Hrazdan finds Bogosian. Terrell one more time. It's good for JT Terrell. And you gotta love it, George. He's in his own element. He's not allowing any outside activity to affect his game. And we got 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Rich, he went up, took some contact, didn't make it, got his own rebound, made a play to open himself up for three, and made that three. He's an unbelievable player to watch.
Great pass by Walters, leads to an air ball by Arisian, and therefore we have our second quarter underway, 29-16. We will be back with more after this. And we're back at the AABA playoffs here in our opening weekend quarterfinals. First of our quadruple header, Hrazdan versus Armens, a rematch of last year's championship. Here in the first round, Bohosian finds Zarabian. Zarabian dilly-dallies his way, and Jagulian finds a corner shot for Bohosian. He's going to let it fly, no good. Odiamba with the rebound, finds Arisian early. Sarkis wants it, gets it, thinks about it, gets a dribble off, finds the Bagian. Lots of sloppy passes, but getting there nonetheless. Arisian to Sarkis, no good. Rebound, who else? Hrazdan, George. We were talking about this in the first quarter. Hrazdan, a point guard with such rebounding capabilities. Terrell guarded by Walters. Screen set by Njagulian. Could just be a trap that happens, but no. Terrell gets the switch up he wanted. Sarkis on him. Gets that shot off. Oh, what a shot.
That's a tough shot.
JT Terrell with the tough shot. He's talking
complaining
to
for
the
the
ref.
and one.
He's still talking to the ref about it. He's like, I heard it. Walters guarded by Terrell. This is the matchup of today, it seems, from the point guards. Walters finds Arisian. And so far, Arisian has not really been able to find his rhythm. A couple of air balls, an out-of-bounds line stepped on. Got to get better at these things.
You know, Rich, it's the whole Armens team. Their point of attack is from the three-point line. They had 12 or 13 three-pointers made just a couple of days ago, just a couple games ago, and it doesn't seem like they've taken any attempts this half.
Yet. Oh, what a pass by Njagulian. JT Terrell said that was a good ball. Thanks for the pass. Arisian to Sarkis. Great passing already. Arisian lets it fly. No good. Rebound Sarkis. Goes up and one for Kevin Sarkis. As Hovik Arisian and Kevin Sarkis amplifying each other's strength on the court. You love to see it. This Armens team has dealt with a lot of chemistry issues, not to say this year specifically, but overall throughout its franchise history. And George, you just love to see the guys get together.
Yeah, this Armens team is just. Hovig Arisian was player of the game a couple games ago, and the first thing he said is, I want my team here with me. I don't want to do this interview alone.
Yeah.
It just speaks volumes.
Exactly. Walters lets it fly. He lets it fly. It's good. This Armens team is making a comeback. 31-21 now. Just at the start of the second quarter, we're already seeing a complete different Armens basketball club.
And this is how it starts, Rich. It's this little nice made shot that builds momentum and keeps things going.
Small things, right? It's the details. Terrell. And a defensive foul on Rini Lawal while getting the screen from Samson Njagulian. We're not too far away from Hollywood, George, so, a little acting never hurts. And Njagulian not happy about something. Not sure what it is. Hrazdan starts it off. Against the Bagin, he's going to drive all the way. It's good. What a tough opportunity for Tevan Hrazdan. He wanted the foul, but didn't get it. Refs are staying consistent, letting him play.
It's the speed with the ball that's impressive about Tevan, Rich.
Yeah, definitely. And the way he shields the basketball with his own body as he's going up. And he has hops, too. People forget. He can hang on that rim like the best of them. And Hrazdan already out, George. These are the types of situations that other teams have to watch out for. It's times like that where Tevan Hrazdan, and JT Terrell is so athletic, but Tevan Hrazdan, like as you see in your instant replay right now, his first step is so lethal that by the time he's already at the rim, he knows exactly what he's pulling on you. Man, oh man. Hrazdan getting his first his first free throw. Misses the first. Has an opportunity at the second. And Hrazdan knocks down the second of the pair. Extends this lead to 34-21. 7:12 left to go here in the second quarter. Walters to Debakian. Debakian tries to shake off Hrazdan off him. And a shot good by Debagian. Dare I say even a body foul in the process, but Debagian's not complaining. And Jagulian. Screen set by Zarabian. Zarabian sets the screen now on Terrell this time. He's going to shoot. It's good. What a crispy shot for JT Terrell. Extends this lead to 13 points now. Walters has it on the right-hand side. Cutting is Debagian. Sarkis sets the screen. Now it's double. Great steal by Injagulian. Terrell now with the ball. He's thinking about it. Gets Walters off his feet. Terrell still trying to find help. Injagulian. Great pass to Terrell. He's going to go up. Lots of contact. And no call by Terrell. And Hrazdan, despite the adversity, they are able to stay intact. And that was a tough shot, George. What do you got to say about that?
It's unbelievable, Rich. I've said it over and over again. I don't know how many times I can say it. He's one of my favorite players to watch. He's incredible from three. He's incredible in the paint. He's incredible during those tough shots. Contact, no contact. This man is unstoppable.
Unstoppable he is. We'll be back after a few. But before that, let's first take a look at our AABA playoffs brackets. You have the Armens Hrazdan, as you are currently watching. Winner of this match will continue on to play Operon or Erebuni. Well, George, I think Operon is on a train wreck situation where whoever's in their way, they're just absolutely going through them. Avon Academy USA, their winner will move on to play the winner of Artsakh and Aragaz, but don't go anywhere because don't worry, we'll be showing all that on our YouTube channel. This was brought to you by Masi's Kebab. Got to make sure we give a shout out to our friends that just got their flagship store, and can't forget about our friends at Fanzia. Fanzia, by the fans, for the fans. And we're back. It's 38-23. Hrazdan is up. Sarkis is setting a screen on JT Terrell. Rini Lual has the ball now. Guarded by Zarabian. Zarabian active with defense. Steals it already. Khudatian pushes it up. Looks for JT Terrell. Finds him. JT gets a dribble in between. Gets a shot off. Nothing but net for JT Terrell. Nothing can stop this man right now. 41-23. Wow. 18 points for JT Terrell.
The hang time on that ball, Rich. We just stood there staring and waited for it to fall.
The hang time and the shot, you mentioned it, George, and it's what amazes me as Rini Lual gets the shot from assist by Hovik Arissian is what amazes me about JT Terrell is his ability to stay locked in. And he just wants the ball. You can see it. He wants it again. Shot's no good. Debagian goes up. It's good for Andrew Debagian. Tries to get a quick point. 41-27 now. And Jagulian brings it up. It's a 2-3 zone that Armens are now in. They want Khudatian in the middle. Zarabian down low. Finds JT Terrell, guarded by Hovik Arissian. Khudatian finds another man open. Bagosian dribbles his way. There's 3 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to have to get the shot off, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. Great defense by the Armens Basketball Club. In Jagulian, dare I say, the quarterback of this team is not happy about the efforts, George.
You know, Malcolm Walters, I've been paying attention to his defending, Rich, and he's just a brick wall. Very different from Debagian, though. Debagian, it's high-intensity pressure, but with Walters, he's just unfooled by any jerks or motions or anything like that.
You're definitely right there. Andres Bagosian has it to Khudatian. Khudatian to Terrell. He's going to let it fly. No good. Rebound, Lual. It's a win or go home match today, folks. So the loser of this match goes home, gone fishing. Debagian finds Lual, goes up, no good. Rebound by Khudatian. Who else? Bagosian. He's going to go up. And what was a lot of contact, still gets the basket in. 43-29. Debagian has the hot hand. to Walters. Arisian. He's going to let it fly. No good. Rebound in Jagulian. And Jagulian moving faster than he has this entire season and loses track of it. Well, my friend, sometimes you can't go from the first gear to the fifth gear. You know, it just happens. As my producers are currently unable to keep a straight face. Moving on, Malcolm Walters with the ball. Cutting up his Debagian. He's been doing quite well this half. Baramjian back into the game. Rennie Lual has the ball. And this offense can't necessarily get a rhythm going. Baramjian lets it fly. No good. Rebound Khudatian. Khudatian already pushing the ball up. Gets it to Borosian. He lets it fly. No good. Rebound Baramjian. And Walters has the ball with less than 3 minutes left to go into the half. Fast-paced game. Not many fouls called. Terrell goes up, and it's good. Walters was trying to foul him there, George, but nothing there.
At that hustle back, Rich, you just got to respect it. And if everybody on the team plays like that, you can't help but think you'll come out on top eventually.
Eventually. But now's not the time, it seems. 16-point deficit for Armens. And trying to get a challenge.
The players are challenging the play, and we are going to queue up an instant replay and see exactly how that went down. And the play is going to be reviewed.
Well, what's important here is the foul disparity. No players in foul trouble per se. The foul would have been Zarabian's third personal, so it's a very big foul. So as you can see in your instant replay, the play under review, and yes, that's a clear foul. He had his hands forward, George, so I can't see the referees really changing this call.
Really, the players, Samson and Jagulian especially, was very confident about this challenge, but it was blatantly obvious that this was a foul. The referees made a great call.
Thanks to our Fanzia cameras, we're able to detect whether that was a foul from the right angle. And our friends over at Fanzia, both Joseph Babikian and George Kakijian, may I say, you guys have done a great job to help us with the challenge play under review camera. So the call stands, and Jagulian unsuccessful. He had his hands forward, and therefore it was a foul in play. So with Hrazdan now has 2 timeouts left in the match. The question under review here was whether the team still has an opportunity to have a timeout. And yes, they do. They got 2 timeouts for the rest of the game, even though unsuccessful in their challenge. So at the free throw line is Rennie Lual. He's going to finish that up. It's good. Opportunity for the second point. And George, how important is the ability to have VAR added to the AABA? Have you noticed any positive or negative feedback for it?
So, more importantly, it adds credibility to the refs and an opportunity for the players who think they're that confident about a call, an opportunity at review. It certainly decreased the amount of disciplinary issues, technical fouls, and any referee dissent. And the league's been flowing a lot more smooth. So I think it's been a positive. But when the soccer VAR just came out, I was not welcoming of the technology at the time.
Times have passed. And in Jagulian, he's going to shoot it from NBA range and gets humbled there again. The ball game brings it up, finds Lual early. Lual's going to go up. And a defensive foul called against Samson and Jagulian. What he thought was in a perfect stance. We're going to have to get a quick instant replay there thanks to our team producing it. And man, oh man, wouldn't you wish to use your challenge now? Man, what a tough break in Jagulian. No opportunity to challenge that play now that he has been unsuccessful in one. And Rennie Lual back to the free throw line. One guy that you don't want at the free throw line. In hindsight, George, I know hindsight is 2020, but would you have called that challenge? Would you have done it?
The challenge, yes. I think he stood still, but there was some movement in slow motion. It does look like this may have been a charge and an offensive foul instead of sending Lual to the free throw line. So
yeah. 45-32, a minute and a half left to go in the half. And Jagulian with the tough task to guard Lual. Lual, no good. Tipped away by Dabaghian and Hrazdan there for the rebound. No look pass to Barosian. And Barosian comes down to the floor. And Jagulian goes to the referees kindly asking. He's basically giving a cover letter before he can ask that question. He's applying to the job application. That's basically what's going on at this point. And as you can see, clear as day on your screen, Samson and Jagulian's conversation with the referee brought to you by Splatterhouse. Splatterhouse, make sure to check them out for all your barbering needs. Whether it's a barbershop, tattoo shop, or an art gallery by night, you figure it out which one you need. Splatterhouse. Barosian still fairly shaky to get up. And Dabaghian's going to take it out after a made free throw. Coach Arjajayan with no one on the bench other than JT Terrell's offspring.
he's got to pray his players don't get injured and stay healthy.
Why not sub a Terrell in, right? Hrazdan gets the rebound again. Beautiful pass to Terrell. Likes to get shifty. Goes up and one for JT Terrell. What an opportunity there. Oh, me, oh, my. Let's look at that another time on our instant replay. Goes up. Oh, my God. Look at the hang time.
JT Terrell with 25 points at the half, and we still got a minute to go. Each play is just different. It's nothing you can expect. Each time is a surprise. And each time we continue to love this fine stretch of AABA basketball.
JT Terrell, like you mentioned, 25 points already. 9 of 21 from the field goal. Barosian with the rebound. Has Hrazdan leaking out. Finds him. Hrazdan goes up. It's good. Wow.
Did you see the no-look driving?
The
Looking
no-look
across
drive.
like he's going to pass it. But that took it in himself.
Hrazdan is one of my favorite players to watch. Not only because Dabaghian, he's been on fire. Dare I say Dabaghian has not missed one yet. No, he's been 4 or 5 today.
It's his consistency that's so valuable, Rich.
And a lot of miscommunication happening on the Armens. They can't tell if they're on man or if they're on zone.
Times like these, you need Coach Newton Mange to come and settle his players down, get the organization back in order.
No, definitely. Newton Mange, a voice for so many in this Armens basketball club. Just being heard out there. Terrell with the bucket. And confusion on the floor, whether that was supposed to be a 2 or a 3. Correct call originally for 2 free throws. So Walters is now going to try to get an opportunity here. Goes against Barosian. Arisian finds the corner 3. It's good. The Armens really needed that 3. And who else? Andrew Dabaghian. He is now 4 of 5. And a foul called didn't have any fouls to give. But now there's free throws involved, and I'm not sure if that was the smartest play, George, making that foul. A lot of yapping.
A lot of talking on the court.
A lot of yapping, yeah.
This could get out of hand quick. Players and coaches got to settle down.
George, one thing we haven't talked about today, Serap Jajayan, the son of Ara Jajayan, is on this Armens basketball club. The question is, will he get minutes? But let's see in the last 2 seconds. Oh, my God, JT Terrell grabs it. Oh. What an opportunity that could have been. End of the half, 53-37. It's been all Hrazdan, dare I say, all JT Terrell. We'll be back after a few. Welcome back to Academy USA, home of the AABA Pro-Am Basketball League. We're starting our second half of our first match of the four. First game, Armens in black versus Hrazdan in green. And Armens already looking to tear apart this lead, 53-39. Nothing is over just yet. The rematch of what was last year's championship match is now in the quarterfinals. Armens, coming off a very solid start in this season, is now in a pickle. Hrazdan gets the ball. 6 seconds to get a shot off. Gets it off, no good. Rebound Dabagian. Dabagian finds Baramjian. Baramjian back to Walters, their floor general for today. Odiambo looks to set a screen on Walters. The two-man game has been effective on all ends so far. And Hrazdan gets the ball back.
And Rich, we want to give a quick shout out to one of our favorite friends, news anchor Jason Takhtajan, always tuning into our games, always leaving us a comment.
Always.
And always engaging. Thanks again for tuning in, Jason.
Sports journalist based out of the Midwest as of lately. A great source, one of the heads behind Armenian Sports News Instagram account, and a foul on Fred Odiambo against Andre Zarabian. Zarabian, the former Armens Basketball Club member back in the fall 2022 season, came off an injury. Known for the gold medal team, part of the Rex Kalamian created FIBA gold medal team in 2022. Won the match against Malta in the finals, thanks to Chris Jones's 41 points.
Rich, Jason has left a comment on our live stream and asked us about our predictions for Logan Paul versus Dylan Dennis and KSI versus Tommy Fury.
Oh.
Unrelated to AABA basketball, but what are your thoughts?
Well, Dylan Dennis is going to win. He's part Armenian. That's the only bias I have here. The other two, I can't tell. Who do you have, George?
I'm not really interested in it.
He's like, I'm only AABA. As Odiambo passes it right into Bogosian's hands. Hrazdan, too quick. He's just too quick. Man. And again, Hrazdan doing things on both ends.
Giving the production table a little wink.
Yeah, always. Hrazdan has 17 points, 11 rebounds already. And who was that with the three? Was that Baramjian?
I actually missed the action.
Oh, man, we were both looking at the stats, weren't we? Hrazdan has 19 points off of 8 of 11 attempts. That's crazy. One of the highest scorers, highest percentage of scoring. Zarabian in the wing. Finds Bogosian. Bogosian lets it fly. No good. Arisian has Baramjian to his wing. He's going to let it fly. It's a 2. No good. Rebound, JT Terrell. It's a 2-on-3 opportunity. And JT Terrell, as a veteran, brings it back. Terrell, no good. Hrazdan there to try to rebound, but it goes into Dabagian's hands, and he tips it right to Njagulian. Terrell, it's good. JT Terrell against the 7'1" Fred Odiambo. 60-41, 19-point deficit, and mind you, this is with Hrazdan having no bench players at all, George. This is an interesting outcome if the results hold. And Odiambo unable to score there. Very frustrated, you can tell. Terrell, pass to Hrazdan, stolen right away by Odiambo. Odiambo to Dabagian, Dabagian to Arisian. Great ball movement. Stolen by Terrell. And Terrell trying to dribble a little too much there, but Hrazdan grabs it and left wide open. One guy you don't want getting a wide open lane. And a timeout called by the Armens Basketball Club, 62-41. This one's getting out of hand. We'll be back with more. And we are back at the AABA Pro-Am Basketball League here in Sunnyside, Glendale, California. 62-41. It's all Hrazdan so far. 6.5 left to go in the third quarter. Walters has Terrell on him. Quite the task. Sarkis, he's going to let it fly.
You
It's
cannot
good.
leave Sarkis open like that. That is an automatic 3 points that you're going to concede.
And you said it, George. Having Kevin Sarkis wide open in the corner is only going to allow an Armens team to get into rhythm. Hrazdan, great pass to Njagulian. Finds Terrell. Terrell, no good. Rebound Njagulian nonetheless. This Armens team really needs to get on the boards if they want to stay competitive. Zarabian gets his man off. No good. Dabagian's headed the other way, trying to get the defense unset. Great move by Dabagian, but stolen by the guys in green.
Great recovery.
Barosian, guarded by Dabagian. Dabagian with the steal. He's already there. And an intentional call called on Njagulian. And a communication going on between the referees, trying to see what the call is currently. And what was just a foul. The confusion here is, George, that they thought it was going to be a clear ball foul. Excuse me, clear path foul. And we're back in play. Walters finds Lual. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Lual. And an offensive foul. Clear positioning by Samson Njagulian. He liked it. Coach Arajajayan points at Njagulian. As
Finally
a thank
got that
you
one
for
right after the last one.
I know.
Pretty sure he got the last one right, too.
Yeah. The sacrifice, that's the important part. And a challenge made by the Armens. Oh, what a clear angle here. Oh, what? I don't know about that one, George. This could be an interesting one. The referees are reviewing the play. It's a challenge play under review. As you can see from this angle in our instant replay, and Njagulian, it seems like he moved just a little prior. Here, as you can see in our play under review. And the call remains. The call remains, and it continues as a charge foul. And the referees didn't find conclusive evidence for the play to be called otherwise. And here we are, we're back. Armens Hrazdan, as we thought, would be a chippy one. 62-44. And at the free throw line now is Teman Hrazdan. Hrazdan so far with a great game. 21 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 assists. Leading scorer for the game overall has been JT Terrell with 30 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists himself. Arisian. And a charge call. Excuse me, a foul called in the process. Fouls on Hovik Arisian. Arisian. Missed free throw. Rudy Lawal putting his entire life on the line. And it's back to Hrazdan basketball. This team is only down by 16, but they're acting like they're only down by 3. The way they're so confident. Gotta love it. And JT Terrell, just what a scorer JT Terrell has been for this AABA Hrazdan basketball club.
Feels like he's playing with game sliders on.
All right. Malcolm Walters goes up. It's good. Fans want an and one. Referee can't hear. Hrazdan finds him in the corner. Shoots it. It's good for excuse me. And Tevan Hrazdan, not a good sign, gets hurt in the process. Hopefully he's okay. The same situation was for Erebuni last week.
We just saw the replay of that, Rich, and it does not look good.
He's going to have to tie it tight if he wants to continue.
Ooh. The way he lands.
Yeah. Man. Not happy about that, clearly. Hrazdan's going to have to tie it very tight. Now, George, I know it didn't look great, but, and obviously we should be focusing on Hrazdan's health, and we are, but is this substantial enough for the Armens to be able to come back? You have Tevan Hrazdan that brings up the ball quicker than anyone else in this entire league, currently hurt.
He's biting his towel, Rich. I don't know. This is... it's a tough spot. This is starting to go wrong. Honestly, one more sub could have given him enough of a break to maybe assess this injury.
Times like this, you wish you had Narek Langurian.
Looks like he's going to tough it out, but he's got to be really careful.
Hrazdan claims he's okay. He's limping a little bit, but they're going to have to figure it out. And the Armens already on the other way. Hrazdan very obviously hurt from that last possession. Can't be his normal self, but he'll try.
Got a 16-point buffer, Rich. 4 minutes to the third.
And Armens are going to have to push it all the way.
They're smelling the blood in the water.
And Lual with the miss. And a foul called. A little late, but the foul has been called. And Samson Njagulian raises his hand. He knows he got him. He's not happy, he knows. But he definitely got him.
Commotion is about, Rich. Samson clearly admitted it was his foul.
Well, if there's a case, they can go to Albert Abgarian and Associates, right? Albert Abgarian and Associates, esteemed professionals in their industry. So if Samson Njagulian has a case, they're the best people to go to.
And Hovig Arisen with the rebound and putback. Hrazdan's got to stop this bleeding soon. I don't know how many options they got. This is not going according to Coach Jejean's plans.
Hrazdan really limping. I'm not sure if him coming to the ball is going to be the answer, George. Sorry to cut you off.
I mean, you took the words out of my mouth.
And what a hustle effort by Hrazdan. And look, Hrazdan, though he is not 100%, I wouldn't even say he's 30% right now. He is still down there trying to change the outcome of what could have been. Hrazdan tries, no good.
If you've lost the pace, Rich, he's not going to take that change of pace, dribbles.
And a blocking foul called once more against Njagulian.
No challenges available for either team.
67-54. This game is far from over. And Injagulian has been fouled out, George. What a turn of events. You have an injured Hrazdan.
This is all going wrong. And if they do end up losing because of a lack of squad depth, I'm getting nervous for Coach Anar Jajayan.
This lead is as strong as a broken pillar. Man.
And missing Ron Coleman, Narek Longurian.
And
Armens really smelling the blood in the water.
Ooh, this is going to be.
The chum bucket has tipped over, and the Hrazdan players are swimming in the middle of all of it.
Zarabian and Bagosian trying to step up for Hrazdan as much as they can. An injured Hrazdan on the court at the same time. At this point, the Armens are thinking about just having two players on JT Terrell. The Bagosian, what a play. 67-60, it's a single-digit lead now. 2.5 minutes left to go in the third.
I don't know how it's physically possible for that to still go in.
And a lot of
Now they're
contacts.
taking 4 shots, Rich. This is all out of a desperate overcompensation. Hovi Garisian, no
Man.
good.
Zarabian's going to push it the other way. Hopefully Zarabian's all right. I notice he's noticeably a little different off that play. Terrell with the ball, guarded by Walters. Terrell, I've seen this storyline before. Lots of contact, no good. Rebound Zarabian, hustle play by Arisian. And stopped in the action, but Arisian gets it back to Debachian. Debachian goes up and a soft little dunk. 67-62, 5-point game. Hrazdan still limping. Terrell wants it.
That was a bad slip, Rich.
11 seconds on the shot clock. Bagosian tries it, no good. Hrazdan with the rebound.
Players are starting to slip.
Wow.
I don't know what's going on.
What a turn of events here in the third quarter, George. And Hrazdan sinks the free throw. And Walters has the ball. Goes all the way. No call. Zarabian against Hrazdan. And an and one. Count the basket. The Armens puzzled. Why is the foul not being done earlier? But all Hrazdan knows is that he's just happy that he gets a moment to breathe. And Tevan Hrazdan asking for some kind of help from his team. Rebound Zarabian. To Hrazdan. Hrazdan to Bagosian. He shoots it. It's good for Andreas Bagosian. 71-62. Moves on to become 74-62. 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Some sense of life has been arrived. Walters shoots. It's good. Malcolm Walters. Khudatin brings it up. He's starting to get a little bit more mobility in that foot. He's going to drive it in. And an injured Khudatin gets it on the left-hand side. Khudatin really trying to finish this game. Rennie Lawal misses the lay. Goes up. No good. Zarabian with 7 seconds left. Gets it to Khudatin. It's good. 78-65. Last opportunity for a shot. Shot won't count. But we're heading into the fourth and final quarter with an aching Tevan Khudatin and a fouled out Samson Injagulian. We'll be back with more after this. And we are back at Academy USA, home of the AABA Pro-Am. Score 78-65 for those that missed the third quarter. Khudatin came down with an ankle injury. Samson and Jigulian got fouled out. And Hrazdan is short man and with an injury as well. 10 seconds on the shot clock, 9:45 left in the game. Khudatin has 5 seconds to get a shot off. He lets it fly, no good. Arisian's going to push it down the other way. 4-on-5 matchup. Armens with the advantage. Walters passes straight to Zarabian. Khudatin passes to Bogosian. He's going to let it fly. No good. Rebound by Debachian. Sarkis is wide open, wants it. Finds Walters. And Walters goes up. Nothing Zarabian could have done there. Scores 78-67. George, you're a connoisseur of soccer. Is this the time that you park the bus if you're Hrazdan?
It's never, it comes at its cost, Rich. Then you get the attacking momentum of the other team, and you just have to defend. And it, just a couple of bad plays can put you in trouble.
What a play by Tevan Khudatin, George. In the moment that we were just talking about that, Khudatin, an injured Khudatin, was able to get past 2 Armens players. And Arisian, what a shot.
Fourth quarter, Arisian. Been calling it all game. I've been saying it week after week. He's a different player.
A limping Khudatin helping this Hrazdan team. 80-70 is the score. Khudatin has doubled. So far, the Armens have been doubling any person with the ball. 3 seconds on the shot clock. He's going to have to shoot. Bailed out. Bailed out is JT Terrell. A foul called right on the last second. It's clock awareness that could have helped Armens in that moment, George. Bogosian with the ball. And a body foul on Sarkis. He knows it. 8 minutes left. Second team foul on the Armens. They're down by 10 with a full 5-player roster. Reminder, Injagulian is fouled out since the third quarter. Hrazdan is still hurting from the ankle injury from earlier.
You know, Rich, if Hrazdan can keep this up and draw a couple more fouls, then any other foul is going to be taking them straight to the free throw line. It's exactly what they might need to save their game.
And this Armens team making all the wrong things. Oh my God. Hrazdan still scoring. Here he is, has his 33rd point of the game. 18 of it came in the first half. It's almost like the injury never happened, George.
You know, he's a very good candidate for player of the game.
Very great candidate, like you mentioned. Sarabian, great defense by Hrazdan. Coming clutch, left 7.5 minutes left to go in the fourth and final quarter. 82-70. JT Terrell likely going to be doubled at some point. Terrell, here comes supporting help. Barosian sets the screen. Gets the ball in on a switch up. Terrell goes up, it's good! JT Terrell against the best defender in the entire league.
It's his 34th point, Rich.
Malcolm Walters. Pass it to Sarkis. To the Baghin. Back to Sarkis. Sarkis lets it fly. No good. Rebound in the hands of Rennie Lual. Lual to Walters. He's going to let it fly. NBA range. It's good. 84-73. 11-point game. 6.5 left to go in regulation. Terrell. Pass it to Barosian. And a 8-second violation called on the Hrazdan. Lual. Hrazdan gets it. 84-73, 11-point game. Hrazdan finds more mobility in his feet. Zarabian to Barosian. Tevan Hrazdan tips it away. Malcolm Walters to the floor. Terrell goes up. He's down to the floor. Zarabian, lots of contact. It's a foul. And the referee stopped the action. Finally. And a substitution coming for the Armens. Fourth foul. Arisian not happy with the call. He is livid. And free throws coming for the gold medalist Andre Zarabian. It's good. Knocks down the first. 12-point game. And George, the winner of this match goes home victorious. The loser of this match goes home miserable. We'll be back after this. And we're back at Academy SA, home of AABA. For those new to this match, 86-73. Hrazdan and Armens, both the championship competitors of last year, are now found in the quarterfinals. And a dunk by Rennie Lawal. Armens in that timeout. We're looking to ice the shooter, but now it's an 86-75 score. 5.5 minutes left to go in the fourth and final quarter. Hrazdan with the ball. Terrell looks to get some spacing. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. He's going to find an alley. Goes up. No good. Tabaghian. And a good foul by Andreas Barossi, one of the few players on this Hrazdan team that is not in foul trouble. What a game it's been, George. You have every Hrazdan member that has been some level of contribution. Samson and Jagulian, only player that hasn't scored today. You have JT Terrell with 34, Tevan Hrazdan with 33, Barossi with 12, and Andre Zarabian with 7 points himself. Rennie Lawal for the Armens, goes up, it's good! Rennie Lawal with the fadeaway.
Yeah, Rich, I think Samson and Jagulian, sort of like the Sergio Busquets on Barcelona, the stats don't really say much. He's a key piece of their team, and it's really obvious his presence is really, his lack thereof is really missing.
Zarabian, no good. Ball tipped away and off of the Zarabian it is. Walters.
JT Terrell saying we good, play through it. Just a couple of minutes left.
Oh, attempts no good. Zarabian to Terrell. Terrell shoots it. It's good
He's unreal, Rich.
for JT Terrell.
The cheat code, a walking cheat code in this league.
Rennie Lawal back to Baramjian. He's going to let it fly. It's good for Alan Baramjian.
Answers back.
And the foot was on the line. We noticed it from here. Score is 89-79. Hrazdan gets some spacing. He's going to let it go. No good. Less than 4 minutes left to go. A 10-point lead. A very feeble 10-point lead. And Lawal goes up. No good. Rebound Zarabian. Zarabian has many running. And what could have been? Rennie Lawal goes up. Gets tough. And a series of unfortunate events for Hrazdan now brings them back to only an 8-point lead. Hrazdan.
Rich, this is sad to say, but this has created a level of excitement that not a lot of basketball games can bring to us.
It has, definitely has. JT Terrell with 6 seconds on the shot clock. He's going to have to shoot, George. He shoots it. No good. Rebound, who else? Tevan Hrazdan. Hrazdan grabs his 13th rebound of the game. He's going to try to dilly-dally his way. Comes up to a second defender, but JT Terrell is there. He finds him just in time.
To power through the pain, have that court vision, analyze the play, and get it to JT's hands.
What an opportunity.
Incredible.
Walters communicating with his team. We just got to get to the rack. Get as many points as we can in the lowest amount of time.
10 points, 2.5 minutes. A team rivalry that goes back since the beginning of AABA history. And someone's championship dreams will die in just a couple of moments.
You are very right about that. George, so far, let's look at the foul disparity between the two. Rennie Lawal has 4 fouls, so he has to be careful. he could very well foul out, and the chances of this Armens team will then go very slim. Meanwhile, on the other end, Andre Zarabian has 3 fouls himself, so he also has to watch out.
While Rini Lual has been as electrifying as a hairdryer in a bathtub, you know, this Armen squad has the depth to compensate for the next couple of minutes. The Hrazdan bench did not.
Kudatian brings it up. Serap Jajayan, fresh legs guarding Kudatian now. He's meant to just be an absolute pest on this team. Kudatian to Barosian, to Terrell. 11 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to want to milk as much time as they like. Terrell, 3 seconds on the shot clock. Finds Kudatian. It's good! Tevan Kudatian with the assist by JT Terrell.
In the nick of time, Rich.
This 4-team roster for Hrazdan has been working out. Finds Tabachian as Rini Lual. Tabachian goes up. No good. Tipped away. It's going to be Hrazdan ball from the looks of it. No, it's Armens basketball. Wow. As you can see in your instant replay, Tevan Kudatian beats the clock very narrowly to get that bucket. Walters, less than 2 minutes left to go. Great defense by Zarabian, but Walters is there to just score above him. Nothing you could do there on the defensive end. 93-85, no look pass from Kudatian. Into the dunk by Zarabian! Andre Zarabian absolutely posterizes Rini Lual. Wow! Baramjian lets it fly, no good. Sarkis looks to save it. Another way it goes for the boys in green. If you don't like that, you don't like basketball. Andre Zarabian posterizes Rini Lual. We'll be back with more after this. And we're back at Academy USA, home of the AABA Pro-Am League. The rivalry has been renewed. For those that didn't get to see it, just rewind back a few seconds to see Zarabian's emphatic dunk. Hrazdan's going to be taking it out. Hrazdan's on offense. They don't even realize it. And the ball is going to be taken out of the same spot that Hrazdan had. What an opportunity missed by Hrazdan. It's going to be Armens basketball on the sideline of the side that they're shooting on. Passes to Bagian. Rini Lual goes up, misses the lay. Zarabian with the rebound. JT Terrell has it now. Finds Kudatian. Kudatian goes up, and may I say, could be the dagger that lays Armens to sleep. Rini Lual brings it the other way. Goes against, and a foul on Andre Zarabian, sending Rini Lual to the line.
We got a minute left of this game. Who is your candidate for player of the game?
Has to be Tevan Kudatian without any question asked if the Hrazdan keep this win. 37 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists off a busted ankle that appeared in the third quarter. What's important to note here, George, is that Tevan Khudatian had already scored only 18 points by halftime. That means he had the same level of tenacity in the second half, given he's only been playing with an ankle and a half. So, any objections there, George?
I don't disagree, and a part of me thinks, there's still a chance. I would have 1 minute left. He might even get his triple double. It wouldn't surprise me.
Really wouldn't at this point. Hrazdan ball. Khudatian being held. He's going to be headed to the free throw line. Not yet, no. We got one more foul until we're in free throws. Khudatian wishing he could be sent to the free throw line right now. Bogosian immediately gets fouled without a second left. So his free throws coming in the hands of Bogosian. And that's the 5th foul of Andre Zarabi. And so the Hrazdan team is going to play with 3. My God. This game just gets more and more interesting. This game is getting more and more interesting by the second. Wow. An 11-point game, George, with 3 on 5. Could this be a fouling contest from here?
If they somehow lose this game, Rich, I don't know how they're. My God, I don't even want to think about the emotional impact this might have. I don't think you can ever come back from that, knowing you had this in the bag and you dropped it because a few of your teammates didn't make it to the game.
A 5-on-3 is nothing I've ever imagined to see. And the Armens team still continuing their approach to look to win. A 12-point deficit, not impossible, something we have seen in the past. Tracy McGrady has done successfully.
We're seeing the AABA team work out in the background, and they have an army that they brought with them. Everybody showed up. They're not taking any chances.
No, sir.
But this Hrazdan squad has always lived life on the edge.
Well, George, and we talked about this before the game. Had Narek Longorian just waited a little bit, he could have had his minutes here. But disagreeing is disagreeing. And 100-86.
To the Hrazdan's credit,
yeah.
There's still a 14-point deficit.
And Tabaghian unable to seal the deal.
Lost morale. If they kept that pressure on, I think. Samson says take no chances. Score those 2 points.
Samson and Jagulian very insecure in that moment. He needed that last basket to send him away.
And looks like we're wrapping up, Rich. We'll invite our player, Tevan Khudatian, for a quick game interview.
Yeah, other than
Ramzan for 3.
That really does
Not
it here.
Sure, it's going to matter. Stay tuned, folks, for a player of the game interview. And stay tuned for the game after this, Abadan versus Yerebuni, which should also be a very exciting matchup.
I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend. I mean, we're going to have to talk about this game for so many years to come. Tevan Khudatian, 39 points, 14 rebounds, and 10 assists off a busted ankle that you got in the third quarter. I didn't think you were going to come back into the game, but you did. Thankfully, you're doing good. Tevan, can I ask you, how's the ankle feeling?
Third quarter, to be honest, once it happened, I thought something happened, tore or something like that, but called a timeout, went to the bench, recovered, walked on it. At the beginning, to be honest, the first couple minutes, I was like, oh, wow, there's no way that I'm going to be able to play with this. But it got together, and thank God we pulled it through. Popped 2 ibuprofens during fourth quarter. I came back, and I don't know if it was the adrenaline or not. We might feel it later, but thank God everything's fine.
Well, I'm happy you're doing fine, but now you basically led your team along with JT Terrell to the next round against an Armens team that has had a rivalry since the dawn you've worn that green jersey. How important was this win, not only because you guys had only 5 guys on your bench today, 5 guys in total today, but also beating that Armens team? How did that feel?
It felt great. We came out today knowing that we had 5 players. We know that once playoff comes, everybody comes together. It's like a group, a family, basically. So we knew we were going to come. We needed to play our hearts out, and whether it was the Armens, whoever it was, it's playoff time. So you got to do what you got to do to move on and get to the finals.
Tevan, congratulations on the win. I'm just going to send you off now so you can handle that ankle so you can be ready with us next week. Congratulations on the triple-double. And for those watching, Hrazdan is on, Armens is out. Next match between Operon and Arabuni. Stay tuned, subscribe.